Hey everybody, I'm Caroline. I'm a writer and actress for Sideshow. You might recognize me from the Mean Girls sketch where I played Karen, or the Roommates sketch where I got to play my dream character, Sloth. This summer I am traveling Europe. I just spent 2 months in France where I studied at l'Institut de Touraine, and I lived with a host mother, and I went to school every day just learning French and learning about the French culture. We had a lot of free time, so I got to do a lot of traveling when I was there, and we went to a lot of chateaux, did a lot of cool tours and stuff like that. When I was in France, I did couch surfing in a few different cities actually. I did it for a night in Paris, a night in London, and a few nights in Nantes with my friend. It was really, really fun. I highly recommend doing couch surfing. It's a really great way to get out there and meet some really interesting people who, know the city that you're traveling to. It's a really great thing, I think. Also, we had a week-long break in between our 2 sessions in France, and I traveled to Dublin and the UK with my friend. And while I was in Dublin, I met a guy named Mark, Irish guy. He's really awesome. So we became really good friends, and actually I just got back a couple days ago. We had spent about 5 days together in Amsterdam. We met up and got an apartment and, explored Amsterdam. It's one of my favorite cities.
Ew.
Hi.
Hey girl.
Hi. I'm Jessica Niskar. I will be a junior this year. I am a producer for the moment until we vote in anyone, because I'll be EPing for telecasters. So I drove all the way from Michigan to Massachusetts. The first couple days we were there, we went to Martha's Vineyard, Cambridge, Boston, Nantucket, and those were all beautiful. Bought a car, Rico Suave. We just waxed and washed him today. He is gorgeous. Anyway, I drove with my mom. We drove all the way to Boston. It took like 15 hours because we went to the Canadian border. We sat there for 2 hours. Don't ever do that. Just drive through America, the land of the free. That was so bad. It was so awful. It was so awful. But holy shit, when you get me in traffic, you don't want to be in the car with me, but I need someone in the car. It's really bad. It's a disaster. So anyway, I am living with the Skopetskis, who I love to death. They are fabulous. Adam Skopetsky is a former telecaster. They have 3 dogs, Toby, Lola, and Kaya. They're probably twice the size of me. Massive. So allergic. It's okay though. I have my Zyrtec. The first time I met Mrs. Skopetsky, I took Carrie with me. We went to the beach, and there was these kids digging a hole. I want to dig a hole. Who doesn't like digging a hole, right? So I'm playing with these 4 kids, and there's this one boy, his name's Ollie, and I'm like, Ollie, I'm so tired. He's like, no, you can't stop digging. I'm like, when can we stop? He's like, he just points. I'm like, till we get to the ocean. He's like, yes. He just points. He's like, dig, dig. The parents come over and they're like, do you want to babysit? I'm like, yeah. So I got a job babysitting. 2 jobs actually babysitting for the 2 families. I went out twice to do that, and I had so much fun. I've never babysat more perfect children in my entire life. And then I babysat Ollie, and Ollie's so funny. He's obsessed with Frozen, so if you couldn't find Ollie, you just listen to him and hear, let it go, let it go. It was great.
Yeah, so now I'm just on my own, traveling around the Netherlands. I'm visiting an old host family that I lived with back when I was in high school. It's really cool because I have 3 host siblings, and 2 of them, last time I was here, I couldn't really communicate well with them because they didn't speak very good English and I do not speak very good Dutch. So it's really nice now being able to communicate with them. Showed a lot of Dutch people the Sideshow videos, and they left. And now I believe I have about 2 weeks left of my adventure on my own. I believe I am going to Belgium and probably going to stop around Germany a little bit before I have to make my way back to Paris for my flight back to Michigan. I'm really excited to go home. You know, I love being here, traveling on my own, but I'm really excited to get back into things this next semester. I know that everybody has a lot of really good ideas, and I'm really excited to see the new people who are going to join Sideshow. And so yeah, hopefully if I make it back, you know.
I went to Maine with the Stocks, and that was amazing. I love them. We went to we stayed in Wells, and their house is like right on the beach, so that was like really cool. And then we went boogie boarding. I've never done that before, but I was a pro. I went to Rhode Island to meet family for the first time ever, all by myself. I'm driving 2 hours, and I'm like, I'm going to see family that I've never met before, all by myself, without my mom, my dad, my grandma. It was crazy, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. They have 4 kids. 3 of them were there with their boyfriends or girlfriends, and then the parents. And we had dinner, and then we played drinking games, because I'm old enough. I went to Rhode Island a second time with the Stocks. I love the Stocks. I'm in their house right now. I went to Rhode Island with them again, and we went to Newport, and we stayed in their grandparents' house, which is in Portsmouth, and apparently it's haunted, and Carrie didn't tell me until the morning after. Thanks. So I got an internship last winter at Walden Media, which is in Burlington, Massachusetts, and they bought the rights, brought to life The Giver, and it's really good. The second half of it is like, whew, it's so good. There's like music, and they go down this hill. It's really cool. And then Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges, I'm telling you, you gotta see this. And the coolest thing about this, which, like I said, this trip like fell into place. It was like God's gift sent from heaven. I don't know. We're going to New York City tomorrow for The Giver premiere with Meryl Streep, Jeff Bridges, Taylor Swift. We are guests on the red carpet to see this film. But yeah, it's really cool because this will be my first red carpet of many events. I have a dress and shoes and everything, and I get to go with my new intern friend, and I didn't die! It was awesome! Yay! Okay, so whatever. So I started using my Twitter again, and I had like 20 followers, but now I have like 41, which is really cool. That's a lot of followers. For other people it's not, but for me that's enough. That's all I need. Okay? But I like tweeting things that are funny, and no one likes them. But that's okay, because I laugh at them, and I'm the only person that needs to laugh. If you guys don't laugh, I don't care, but I think I'm the funniest person I know, and I am the funniest person I know. And if you guys don't agree, it's irrelevant, because I still laugh at myself, and I'm gonna live longer, and I'm humble.